And Mother of Christ. We're a little early. Hold tight because I hit the wrong button. Yep. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strixhaven, the Curriculum of Chaos, Episode 2. What did I call this one? Student Affairs. That's what this episode is. We have everyone tonight, but Clover Bee is not feeling terribly well, so Madame is not on Facecam.
Yeah.
So, oh, you sound so decrepit. Thank you all for getting out of bed, dressed, and in certain instances, putting on a bra for us.
You're welcome. You deserved it.
Why don't we go around and have everyone introduce themselves, and we'll get some music started. So go aheads. Oh, why don't we start with Jax tonight?
Sure. Hello, I'm Jax. I am playing Sen Zan. She is a feisty sorceress come to learn. Her parents sent her here. She's a little, I don't know, she has feelings about that because she doesn't really want to be here or think she needs to be here, but she's open to it and has some really rockin' roommates. So we're going to see what adventures we get up to. Just don't make her mad. Just don't make her mad.
All right, Hiccup.
Hey guys, I'm Kirsten, or Myriad X. I am playing the little Tenku wizard Hiccup. I'm an artist. You can find me mostly on Twitter, sometimes TikTok at Myriad_X, my social media handle for all social media platforms. And I am also the social media manager for Praetors, so if you see a little posts on Praetors Rejects, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, give it a like, give it a retweet, give it a comment. Thank you.
Pepsi.
Hi, I am Ella Darling, and my character is Pepsi Maxton. I'm a satyr bard, and I'm really hoping that I can get on the cheer squad. And also, I am the front woman of a band called Only Pans, where we play pan flutes. But yeah, I'm Ella Darling, and I am a creator of content, accounting, if you will. And you can find me at onlyfans.com/Ella Darling.
Woo! Modit. There you go. Oh, look at your lovely image.
Yay! I was making sure I wasn't muted. Hi everybody. I am Clover Bee. I am playing Modit. She is she's like a little bit of a hard candy. She's got a hard candy coating, but she's soft and mushy on the inside, and she's got a cure for whatever ails you. And I don't make content, I just consume it religiously. But you can follow my disability retweets at CloverB on Twitter.
Awesome.
Love that.
All right. Last but definitely least, I am
Definitely least.
Okay, yes, we don't self-deprecate here, right? Hello, it is I, Seth Polanski. I am your DM, DM Esquire for this wonderful game, and tonight
Oh wait,
we're going.
you skipped me.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
That's why I was offended when you said definitely least. I was like,
you're not at school yet. You missed the first game. You're not at school yet. But no, go ahead. Tell us who you are and what character you're playing.
Nice backpedal there, Seth.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Sorry.
I am Star Cells. I play Tharis Wick, who is a tiefling monk who nobody knows anything about yet. So that's all I'm gonna say about myself.
All right.
And you can go back to self-deprecating now.
Cool. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, does anybody remember how we left? I will happily do the update if folks do not remember.
You didn't introduce yourself.
I thought I did.
No,
Hi.
I interrupted you.
Oh my god, it's gonna be that kind of night, isn't it?
Yes.
I love you all.
Seth Patrol.
I love you all. Yay. Hi, my name is Seth Polanski. Obviously, I haven't taken the right dosage of meds today, and I am your DM for this Strixhaven game. And I did a bunch of planning for this one, and how much do you want to make a bet they're going to derail it in like a minute or so?
I'll try not to.
Oh, see, now that's just a challenge.
Of course it is. Anybody remember, or shall I give the sort of background of where you are and what happened last time? I'll give you a
Okay,
lot,
so
guys.
They gave us a little quest. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so we went to our orientation, which was just a scavenger hunt, and then we ended the scavenger hunt with a wonderful rendition of "I'm a Student, but I Don't Know How I Got Here" by Pepsi Maxton, and then there was like a little baby Mick in the costume chest. Oh my god.
We can't even see the cute dog now.
And so we fought it while all hiding behind our tank.
And the tank is who?
our sorcerer Senzan.
I just can't help it.
I know, right? Like
There's,
everybody
there's
just
a
wants.
there's just a part of me that wants to tank.
Ever the hero, and we appreciate you for it. Thank you.
And if I remember correctly, luck die, by the way, for Maudit. Thank you for that background. If I remember correctly, you had all just taken a bow, and not just any bow, but the showmanship bow, standing in the middle of the stage with up and down and up and down. There are students. Yeah, the students are gathered around. They're clapping. They're applauding that you saved them from this horrible, nasty trunk with fangs. And Maudit actually did something that you didn't recall in your background, in your roundup.
Yeah, I found a lovely little adorable grub. And grubbling little creature. She is as of yet unnamed. But she's the closest thing I will ever have to family.
What did you call her? It was some cute murder
cutie.
Murder cutie.
Yeah.
Danger Cutie.
Danger Cutie.
It's Danger Cutie. That's our. That's gonna be our party name, Danger Cuties.
Danger
I
Cutie.
think it already is. So
I love that. Danger Cutie.
there was one other thing that Maudit did. On the trunk, Maudit found this oily, icky goo that she collected up into a, I guess, some sort of specimen jar.
Yeah.
So don't forget about that. That might be a clue.
Oh, okay. I should add that to my my inventory then.
What's the opposite of caca?
The DM saying, that's a clue.
The DM outright saying, "Don't forget you did that."
As you are taking your bow, the students are clapping in front of you. There's a dog growling somewhere. And there's some water that starts to drip onto the stage, and you're all looking around, and it turns into drip, 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 patter, patter, patter on all of you. And about 10 feet above you, a hole in the sky opens up, and out falls a drenched tiefling and falls directly on her butt in the middle of the stage in between you.
Hi.
Hello.
Give it up for our next act.
Greetings.
I reach down and offer like a hand and like grip like the thing where you like grip the arm to like actually help them up and not hurt them. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Our next act. What's your name? Introduce yourself.
I am Tharas. Am I here? Did I make it?
Oh, you've made it. You're on stage already. You have arrived. Literally.
This is
and figuratively.
amazing. What is this that we're standing on?
It's a stage. You're on the stage in the Biblioplex. So let me see if I can give you a picture. I do not have a picture of the stage, but if we flip over to the map scene, I believe... There we go.
Does this mean we should have Owlbear Rodeo
You,
open?
you don't have to. I'm just, for the
Okay.
folks along at home, and you can see it on if you're following it on Twitch. You're all lined up there on the stage, and you'll note that the Danger Cutie is there with you.
Danger Cutie.
And I've put Theris there, and that is where you all are, lined up on the stage. So, Theris, the first thing you see are these 5 people, and a grub on the stage taking a bow, and they're just standing over you as you're drenched with seawater, getting yourself up off the stage. The last thing you remember is the storm that almost sank your ship, and you really don't know what happened to the crew, the ship, to anybody else. You're just here now.
Okay, I want to lean down and whisper into Tharas's ear, like, hey, I didn't know there was an extra act going on here. So, like, I don't know what your deal is, but if you want, I'll play backup for you. Just, like, you tell me, because, like, I didn't realize we had a final,
Can
encore.
somebody tell me what happened to my ship?
Thank you.
There's no ship. We're at school now.
Yeah, there's no ship right now. We're just at school, and you're on a stage. And do you perform any? Do you play instruments? Do you sing? Do you beat poetry? Like whatever you got.
I tell stories.
All right. Do you got one queued up?
Why, let me tell you the story of my travels.
Okay, I'm gonna
Which
stand
ends
behind her and play
With
pamphlet.
me falling out onto this, what is this called again? A stage.
Stage. Like it's like all the world, but this is just one particular one.
And nobody's heard from the captain. How did I get here?
There is this woman, an owlin woman. You may or may not have seen one before in your travels. And here is what she looks like. Mavrinda, Sharpbeak. If you look at Twitch, that is what you see. She's an owlin woman. She comes up to you and says, "Oh, you must be the missing one. You're Tharis, yes?"
Yes, I am Tharis.
And she says, "Well, I'm your first-year guidance counselor, Mavrinda Sharpbeak." Now, she holds up a piece of paper and says, "Oh, your name's on this paper. These are your roommates. Funny that."
Roommates.
Do you play pan flute?
Do you play anything?
No, I do have a pan flute.
You do. We'll talk later, but right now, the audience,
First,
the show must go on. Tell us your story. I will back you up on my pan flute. I'll try to match your energy. But tell the story, please. The audience, I must encourage the revelry. So please, do tell.
So Tharis just gets up there and starts telling this story of a long voyage through the desert, across the sea, and all of the places she's been, and the caves and the caverns and all the different interesting things she's looked at and picked up along the way.
Give me a performance check.
Okay.
And actually make it with advantage since Pepsi is accompanying you on the pan flute.
Okay. Hold on. I'm having a computer issue here. 17.
That is more than enough to wow the crowd. Everyone is incredibly impressed, and you hear from the audience murmurings of, "Where has she been? We've never been to some of those places." Some of the names of the cities you mention are places they've never heard of. Towns and port cities and pirates and sea captains. So it's an engrossing story, and everyone is entertained and enthralled. And
As a note,
go ahead.
I am on my pan flute, backing her up quietly in the corner. I am playing Across the Sea by, what was it, Dean Martin? Just like a pan flute version of that.
Perfect.
I love that I'm telling
Very
a story
nice.
with musical accompaniment.
C'est bon. All right, you're now surrounded by what are supposedly your roommates. Mavrinda's sort of just waiting to see if you're gonna introduce yourself to them or what's gonna happen. She's just sort of, she's ready to shepherd you along and like take her wings around you all and be like, "All right, now here's what you need to do." But she's waiting to see what you guys do first.
Do you do
Alright, well-
magic?
Do I do magic?
Yeah.
I dabble in it, I suppose.
What kind of magic?
You can thaumatize something if you want.
Okay, I will. All right, let me see exactly what it does. Hold on, let me clear this dice roll here.
It does.
I'm going to just make some brightly rainbow colored flames that just flicker through the air.
Oh, that's so
Ooh,
cool.
pretty.
Wow.
I'm still learning.
That was rad as hell.
I think we are all here to learn.
Can you make them sparkle?
I can. I make them
Really?
sparkle.
Oh my. I have so many ideas. You're our roommate? You're the one who didn't show up yet. But now you're
Yes, because
Hi.
my ship was lost at sea in a storm.
I'm so
And-
sorry. That sounds really tough. Do you feel okay? Do you need anything?
Are we old enough to drink? Because that's what we always did before in our old game.
Let's drink.
Oh, wait, well, who? We have people who work at a tavern, so I assume so.
Well, here's the deal. Tonight, and here's the out of character thing. Tonight is the job fair and the extracurriculars fair, where you all walk around and figure out where you're going to work and what kind of extracurriculars you want.
Ah.
Oh my god.
I am. Hey, Seth, we did end up grabbing some nanotopins last episode, right?
Not that I'm aware of. You know that there's one in
Damn.
town.
Okay. Does nanotopins have a liquor license?
You wouldn't think so. They cater to the, you know, the sweet crowd. They don't want a bunch of drunks in their shop.
Okay. Well, then why are they open
that
so late?
Tavern?
Yeah, there's a tavern.
First round's on me. New roommate. I'm so sorry you had a troublesome voyage, but I'm very, very glad that you arrived with such pageantry. I think
It was
Fast
troublesome, but it was fascinating. But is there a place I can lay my things out to dry?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the bed next to mine is still open for some reason.
I think it's because of the poop under your bed.
there's a poop situation.
And bones.
I kind of
Poop
like the
and
bones. The bones are cool, to be honest. The bones are pretty bitchin'.
Were
Like,
they
I've got no
here
proof of
when
that.
you arrived?
no, they make excellent substrate for mushrooms.
Oh,
Some things are worth enduring.
interesting. Anyway, I will lay my things out to dry.
Let's go back to our room, and you can see where you live now. And if you need to take a quick rest, Seth, do I have a flask in my belongings?
Ella, any character you have will have a flask. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I'm a satyr.
You didn't always have risky whiskey.
Actually, I have this thing. So my whole thing. Hi, I'm Pepsi. I got the horns. You know, we're a horny bunch. But so like back where I'm from, like our whole deal is like we celebrate revelry and like excitement and just like having a good time and celebrating with friends and good folks. So I always make sure that I have a specialty that my parents sent me here with just to make sure that I make good friends. I have a little flask. It's something called like whiskey that's risky or something like that. But
Fascinating.
it's very good. So if you want some, we can all just pass around a little flask and say hello, and then whenever you're settled in, if you guys want to, we can go do other things.
So why don't I say you guys are having this conversation as you're all showing her the way back to Loaves and Lard. And for everyone's edification, there is a picture of the Loaves and Lard Bakery where the proprietors, Locke and Brom, have rented out the top 2 floors to the students at the university. And you 6 have been assigned to this particular place. Here is the 2nd floor, which is the common room of your abode while you are at Strixhaven. And, of course, the tower room where you all have your bedroom. Wouldn't look anything at all like Harry Potter's Gryffindor Tower. Trust me, nothing at all like it. So that is where they show you to. There is one bed unoccupied, and you lay all your stuff out on the bed to dry. And that is where you are right now.
All right. This is much nicer than my ship.
I think we're overflow. They didn't know where to put us, so they put us here.
And this is what is that smell coming from downstairs?
Oh.
Well,
Downstairs or under a bed? Because those are
Yeah.
very different questions.
The
It's
good
either bread
smell.
or poo.
they're
good
definitely
smell.
mingling together.
Hopefully bread and products of such nature.
Aurora speaks up for the first time. You actually have a sixth roommate that is
Who now
not
has
a
my
player
wet
character.
stuff all over her bed.
No. She is actually one of the roommates here. And she introduces herself as Aurora Luna Winterstar. And that is what she looks like. What you notice particularly about her is she is half drow, and she's got teeny tiny little fangs poking out over her bottom lips.
Doris
So-
is gonna go right up to her and get in her face and be like, "That is fascinating. What? Your teeth?"
Oh, thank you. My dad gave them to me.
How did he give them to you? Did he like pull them out of someone else?
No, I just inherited them from him, not my
Oh.
mom.
Okay, that was a really weird way to phrase that.
Yeah, I have to agree with her. That was a really weird way to phrase that.
Sorry.
Hey, that's okay. That's like this is like an intersection of a bunch of different planes. So we all kind of come here with different ways of speaking and different backgrounds and different stuff. And I get it. You like that was a trait that you inherited from your dad. That's okay.
I want to hear more
thank you.
about these teeth.
Well, we can talk more about them later. But I have a present for you. My mom made them for all my roommates, and she hands you a silver necklace. She says, "Here, it's a gift from my mother."
What's your mom's name?
My mom,
Yeah,
Mabel.
Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look down at the pendant of it's her mom's face, right?
She says she told you it was her mom's face.
Thanks, Mabel.
Aww.
Mabel doesn't look like Aurora, like the teeth.
Well, you can't tell. It's too small.
Oh, okay.
That said, remind me who is wearing the necklace and who is not.
I am wearing the necklace.
I am wearing a necklace.
I'm not wearing it.
I am not.
It's on my
Okay.
bedside table.
I
Okay.
have it on my wrist.
I
Okay.
kind of need to see what's up with it first.
Okay.
I find a lot of weird artifacts and stuff.
Oh, she said, no, it's not a weird
The
artifact or
travel.
anything. My mom's just really good at making these, and, she said never arrive anywhere empty-handed, so I just thought I'd give my roommates gifts.
It's so
That
sweet.
is a
That was very,
wonderful trait.
very kind of her. And I've never seen a necklace like this before.
She makes them special.
Is there any magic coming off of the necklace?
Yes, there. I want to know if
Who is anyone casting detect magic at it, or is anybody using an ability?
I don't think I have detect magic. I checked
I
last
don't
time.
have
I'm pretty sure I
detect
don't.
Can I cast identify, like kind of like as we're all sitting around, I'm just gonna go huddle in my nest in the corner and kind of cast identify on the necklace to see if it pops up as anything.
Sure. So, as you're all talking, Hiccup just sort of makes her way over to her nest and sits down and starts ritually casting something.
Hey, Hiccup, you good, babe?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
let me know if you
looking
need
at this
anything.
thing to
Okay.
figure it out.
That sounds good.
is there any way, like, if I was to do some sort of like perception check, I'm not gonna see. Will I see anything?
Are you adept in
Interesting.
Arcana?
Not anymore. I'm not. No.
Then probably not.
Okay.
All right, why don't we say a little bit of time passes and Hiccup has her results. And the results are there is some sort of protective charm on them. It is beneficial magic.
Oh, it's good. You guys should wear it. It'll
Lottie
protect
looks at
you.
her and says, "Of course it's good. It's silver."
Yeah, but you could cast a curse on a silver object.
I mean, that would just be rude.
It would be.
How big is this necklace on Hiccup? Does she have like a little one?
Oh, it's probably like this. Like it like probably covers like that much of her.
Do you need me to like tighten that chain for you or something?
Yeah. Can you like shorten it?
Good question. Can I shorten it?
I mean, there's a little clasp on it. You could just attach it a little further on down the clasp.
I'm gonna put it on Hiccup so it's not so uncomfortable looking.
Gotcha.
Well, protective charm. I suppose it couldn't hurt to wear it.
Hiccup, and just to be clear, you're not really sure what kind. Like, it's not, hey, plus this to that or anything. It's just some sort of protection that is unclear.
Maybe against vampires. And I look pointedly at Aurora.
She smiles and looks away.
I'm gonna put mine on. And
Ferris is just looking at her with like no shame at her teeth, like wow. When she
you probably have fangs too, so.
But they're different from hers.
Are they?
Eris is because she's a demon.
She's got little like baby ones.
What does Eris look like?
Yeah, what is the difference between demon teeth and vampire teeth, like aesthetically?
I mean, do they look any different? Because of nothing.
You tell me how you want them to look, honestly. Like, if you want them to look like that, great. If you want them to look different, that's fine too.
I kind of picture the vampire teeth as like little dainty pointy teeth.
That's what she's showing. Like, they're not like caricatures. They're not like big vampire fangs. So, and she says after you're having this conversation, hey, I was planning to go back to the job fair, and there were a couple of really interesting student activities that I wanted to check out. We've got like another 2 or 3 hours before dark. Maybe we can go do that and then go get dinner at the bar.
Activities.
Yeah. Real quick, Cyrus, would you say your belongings, are they dirty or are they just wet?
They're just wet and salty.
I'm gonna prestidigitate and like warm them so they dry off.
Oh, why thank you.
As they dry, Muddied is definitely scraping salt into another specimen jar.
Wait, cantrips don't take a spell slot, do they?
You can cast prestidigitate as many times as you want.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Well then I'm gonna warm them and I'm gonna clean them just as a polite bonus.
That is so kind of
I'm
you.
gonna prestidigitate all over this bitch.
So tell me more about this job fair. I could probably stand to get a job.
Yeah, so from what I understand, all of the student activities will have tables out. We can go talk to them, and some of the people that hire for off-campus jobs will be there too. I know I need some spending money. My parents don't have a lot.
I should probably get a job. I don't have any money.
Yeah, I mean, I am recently unemployed, so should probably fix that.
I've never had a job before. Is it hard?
No, it's really not.
Okay.
It kind of depends. Like, you can have a job and work hard at it, or you can have a job and kind of fuck off on it. And in a lot of cases, you kind of just treat it the same.
And also, if you're in sales, it's easy. Just let them come to you.
Let them come to you. Okay.
So
I spend most of my money on my travels here, so a job sounds like a wonderful idea.
Let's go get employed! Hurrah!
Yeah!
Let's take the
Boy.
motorcycle to the.
Oh my god, you're
Capitalism is a very excellent feature in a society, I hear.
You make your way back to the biblioplex, and outside the cafe, there are tables set up all around the walls and in the center, and there are some of your fellow students are behind the tables, and there are also some employers that are there looking for jobs. So why don't we just, you guys can discuss it, or I can go around the table and you tell me what it is you want. I'm going to read off some of the organizations you can join. So just for the folks following along at home, because it amuses the hell out of me. So let's see. Creative Chaos, and let's say we're looking for extracurriculars. As you walk around the hall, you find out that there are student clubs for just about everything you could want to be interested in or get involved in. So as you're walking, you find out that they're in alphabetical order. Imagine that, as you go around the circumference of the room in a clockwise manner. You see one table. There is this gentleman. Oh, I have him plugged in. There is a bookish-looking minotaur behind a table, looking for folks that are interested in dead languages. So the sign says Dead Languages Society. The next table is a dragon chess club. Obviously, they're looking for people that are interested in playing dragon chess. There's a Dragon's Guard Historical Society. The fourth table is manned by a half-orc. And there's a big green and black sign. This is obviously mostly a Witherbloom society. This is the Fantastical Horticulture Club. Maudit's eyes sort of light up as you walk past this table. After that is the Future Entrepreneurs of Strixhaven's Club. Yes. And the gentleman standing behind the table there is Mr. Grayson Wildemere.
Does he have a picture? Is it just
He
taking a while?
does. After that is the Intramural Gymnastics Club.
He looks. I don't like him.
Oh,
face
he's
is just
almost as bad
begging.
as McDouche.
Yeah.
Then
Him and
there's-
McDouche are friends. I just know it.
There's a gymnastics club, a silk ball club. The next table is the intramural water dancing club. And I believe that is our friend Rubina.
We only choose 2 extracurriculars, right?
You've already chosen 2. We had this long discussion. And,
Okay.
Do you
I got them
remember which
pulled
2?
up. I have them pulled up on my sheet. I knew that I was contemplating more, so I just want to make sure that I'm only the 2 that I see on the sheet, which would make sense. 'cause you
Got
need
it.
It's not
They're
like you're trying
on
to
our
trick me.
sheet.
They're on, not the D&D Beyond sheet.
They're on a
Oh,
different
okay.
sheet. Don't worry about it. I know which ones you've chosen because
I think I actually remember. If you
I
can
printed them
look that.
out because there's so much of this bullshit name stuff that I have to remember.
Yeah. It's truly a lot.
Do you want me to just read out which ones each of you has chosen, and we can actually go around the circle and chat with them, or do you guys want to pick a table to go up to all together?
Let's do it all together. Let's just visit them one by one.
Yeah,
but
let's
maybe
visit the tables.
maybe Seth, you know the ones that might be more interesting to any individual in the group. So maybe we only hit the ones that one of us actually is going to join.
Sure. All right, then let's say let's start with Madame Senzanne was very interested and made a beeline over to the water dancing club and would like to have a chat about the water dancing club.
What is this? What do you do?
She is wearing silver quill colors. She is a young woman of, if we were not in a fantasy setting, I would say of African American descent. And she smiles brightly at you and says, "Oh, we basically love the water. We do a lot of choreography in the water, sometimes using magic. It could be fun, and yeah, we're a pretty close knit group." She looks around and everybody seems very pleasant, and everybody wants to know what your name is and if you're interested.
Yeah, my name is Senzanne Vandalzor, and this seems really neat. I'm a performer myself, but usually on stage with instruments. So, but this is, I don't know, this just is drawing me for some reason. Is that enough reason to join?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yay, cool.
Our first meeting is next week. She hands you a little slip of parchment and says, you know, if it might not be for everyone, so come and see what we're about, and we'd love to have you. Is anyone
What-
else
what
interested?
was
in
her
water
name?
dancing?
What
Rubina.
is water dancing?
She looks at you and just basically describes water ballet. They do choreography in the water, and they use magic sometimes to enhance their performances.
That sounds a bit too much like sports.
They're all very athletic. You can tell they're all pretty fit and muscular.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Do you
Not
know,
somebody.
there's a cheer squad here, right?
Oh, absolutely. She points over to the corner and says, "You want to go talk to Xanther?"
Does the cheer
And-
squad ever come and like cheer for you guys?
Sure, absolutely. They cheer for all the sports here. They cheer for Mage Tower. They cheer for Silk Ball. They cheer for us. So yeah, and the gentleman she points out over in the corner is a incredibly attractive Fire Genesee. He's about 6 feet tall, gleaming white smile, pointed ears, flaming red hair, and he is like the charisma just rolls off of him, and he's standing there behind the cheer squad desk.
I see him and I immediately want to pledge my menteeship to him. This is purely I want to learn, I want to grow. This is not a creepy, weird, like Pornhub thing. This is straight up like this person is who I need to learn from. But before I say anything, I just turn to Susanna and they say, like, if they make the cheer squad, I'll cheer extra hard for you.
This sounds rather dull. Is there something better I can look at?
Yes, she says. What do you like if you don't like water dancing?
I like artifacts and
Oh.
scrolls
Okay, well, I mean,
and
maybe.
fighting.
Oh, okay. So you want to go talk to Greta. Greta is in charge of the Iron Lifters Society.
What's that?
They are dedicated to improving the physicality of their bodies. In more ways than just lifting. They're called the Iron Lifters Society, but I think she looks down at Hiccup and you could try it, I guess.
You can do it, Hiccup.
There's, do you want to join the Iron Lifter Society with me?
Let's do it.
Oh, we're
right,
gonna be
so-
so strong.
We'll go back over to Pepsi in a minute, but you walk over to the Iron Lifters Society, and behind the desk is a very short but powerful-looking dwarf woman, and she introduces herself as Greta Goran. She says, "Hi, how are you? Are you interested in getting stronger and fit?"
Yeah.
Yes.
And she smiles and looks down at Hiccup and says, "We can make you stronger. Absolutely."
Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
And Ferris, is it? Right? You were the one that just fell onto the stage in there?
I did. It was the strangest thing.
That was pretty cool. Do you study the martial arts? Because most people would have fallen right on their asses and hurt themselves.
I do.
Oh, we could use you. That would be cool. We have a,
Now,
so-
this is much more interesting sounding than water dancing. Right, Hiccup?
Yeah, water dancing's lame.
Yeah.
Lifting's where it's at. Gym Bros, Hiccup and Ferris.
Oh my god.
this is hilarious. I love watching you guys pick like extracurricular activities. Let's
I'm-
see.
Before we go back to Pepsi, every booth that we go to with all the other people,
Yes.
I am making sure I put my hand on their table and I'm using prestidigitation to leave my so-called calling card.
What does it say?
I mean, it's a lovely picture of like a candle and then a mushroom and then it says, "I can get what you need."
I love that the drug dealer's handing out her card already. All right. Perfect. Let's go to Pepsi and the cheer squad.
Okay, I approach this flame-haired roguish-looking individual.
He steps up and introduces himself and says, "Hello, my name's Xanther Bowen. You're delightful. You're very attractive. Would you like to join the cheer squad? You look like you could do some cool things."
Yes, please. I have like an 8-foot vertical leap or more.
All right, let me see. Come on, let me see it.
D something. Hold up actions.
First thing he says, "All right, let me see it. Do it."
Bonus actions. Where is it?
It's Mirthful Leaps, I think.
Mirthful Leaps. Where do I find the goddamn action? How do I mirthfully leap?
You just tell me you're doing
Features
it.
and traits. Okay, I mirthfully leap, but I have to roll for that.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. I mean, this where you're not in combat, you're not trying to do anything. You're honestly give me a performance roll because you're actually trying to impress, not kick somebody in the head.
Okay. Performance.
Yep. I just looked at the chat.
I'm gonna say now I'm desperately hoping for a nat one, so she does kick someone in the head.
That's a dirty 20.
You got it. You impressed the entire squad. They're all incredibly impressed. They're like, "We're gonna put you on the top of the pyramid."
I also have hooves and very dense legs, so I'm flattered. But let's just workshop it as we go.
Well, I mean, you look around, right, and there are people that are like, part of them is made of flame. There's elves. There's gnomes. They'll find a place for you.
Is the pyramid only 2 people who are not flammable?
Possibly. So there you go.
Well,
you've been invited, and he tells you when the first meeting of the cheer squad, when they practice. It is also next week after classes start. And again, all of these folks, they're all very pleasant to you, and I'm not going to repeat it every time, but they say, if you find out it's not for you, don't feel bad. You don't have to stick with this. We would love to have you, but, we understand that certain things aren't the same for everyone. Let's move on to, who haven't we done yet?
Audit.
Oh.
Madit's just been leaving her calling card so far.
Well, I mean, we did stop by the future business leaders of Strixhaven. You want to go there, or do you want to go talk to the horticulture club first?
Well, you did say they were directly next to each other.
Sure. Yep.
So I think first, the horticulture club.
All right. So behind the desk at the horticulture club is this half-orc gentleman who introduces himself as Erzmektok Grosh.
Cool, so Urs.
No, my name is Erzmektok. Please.
Okay. I'm looking for a place to expand my garden.
Interesting. What sort of things do you grow?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything.
He asks you a question or two that are like incredibly obscure, hybrid plant questions, and you have the perfect answer for them. He is suitably impressed, and he says, "Well, you seem to know what it is that you're talking about. Are you interested in joining our society?"
Yes, of course.
You'd be a good candidate for Witherbloom, too. Are you interested in Witherbloom?
I believe I've heard about it. I believe that is the only college that interests me here.
Excellent. Then why don't you come to the first meeting, and we'll talk about what it is you like to grow. We tend to work on both sides of the aisle here. We like to encourage both life and the other aspects of plants and chemicals.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, everything is natural.
Indeed. He smiles and he literally just sticks his face back down in the book and waits for someone else to talk to him.
Is this the thing where, like, if you're not a student involved with the club, you guys do maybe like clinics where like as a practicum, like you can take on like clientele?
I mean, that's what I do. I don't know about.
Okay.
I don't know about the club.
Then I would never prioritize anybody above my friends. I always support my friends in their business ventures. So, please allow me to support you in your business ventures.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. In advance.
Hiccup's gonna like tug on Pepsi's like belt or whatever and be like, "Is this the upper and downer thing?"
I'm just gonna like kind of like gently like slowly like move to like stroke your head and just be like, is this okay? Is this invasive? Let's just see. You're good? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just like kind of pet your hand. I'm like, we'll talk about it later, love. But yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
But there's more directions than just up and down.
Oh, like sideways?
Like swirls.
Diagonal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Learn.
As you're having
Yeah.
this conversation, the gentleman at the table right next to the Horticulture Club sort of butts his head in. And, where's Grayson? And he speaks directly to Maudit and says, "Are you interested in, some backers? I understand I've seen your card. Do you need some funding?"
I could negotiate funding for a non-controlling portion of the profits and
Delightful.
company.
Delightful. Are you interested in joining our little society? And he points behind him, and it's almost entirely made of silver quill. And they introduce themselves as the future business leaders of Strixhaven.
Oh, I have the largest smarmy shit-eating grin, and I'm like, yes, I would love to join.
Wait, is this Grayson Wildemere?
Yes.
I haven't. Does he had a couple of things? Or is he just?
He does other things too.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't mistaken.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I have it right here. Nope, I have it wrong. That's my fault, because there's too many of these fucking people. Iron Lifters, Bosun, Fire Jolt, Mage Tower, Cheer Squad, Horticulture, Drama Guild. Ah, yes, I am so sorry. I fucked that up. It's Shuvy. Shuvy Glintmantle. There's too many goddamn NPCs that I have to learn about for this episode.
Oh, do I have a different smarmy person?
Yeah, so she's actually Silver Quill. You met her in the scavenger quest. She was actually in the art library, right? She was in the alumni art exhibit, and she was the one explaining to you that you should look around and look at all the art exhibits. You get the sense, of course, you remember this now, and you remember that she was sort of looking at all the paintings with a very appraising eye.
Yeah.
So she's the one that approaches you and asks you if you would like funding and has that conversation with you.
I mean, I still respond exactly the same
I
way.
figured.
Please give me access to a bunch of stuck-up people with deep pockets.
There you go. Done.
They'll probably become very invested clients down the line.
And he tells you that they meet every Tuesday afternoon, and he gives you the name of a snooty-sounding private club somewhere here in Strixhaven. And I haven't made up that name yet. We can make it up together, and it'll be fun.
Is it the Golden Goose?
Oh, there
God.
it is. Canon. It's canon. They meet at the Golden Goose.
Oh my god.
And you can all blame Culvert for that one. Canon. They meet at the Golden Goose. All right, who have we not done their second one with?
Me.
All right. Let's go to Senzan, and Senzan is making her way to the Drama Guild's table.
Ooh.
Right? At the Drama Guild, I gotta find it. I remember this one. Your friend from the stage where you performed earlier today, Quintilius Antiphon Melantor III.
McDouche!
That was the
That's
douchebag, right?
He
Yeah,
was
that- I-
he was in charge of the drama club. He
And-
wasn't as much douchey as he was officious. Very full of himself.
You and I have different definitions of douchey.
That's douchey. That's just
He's giving frat boy.
Yeah, I mean, he's the right age and looks the part.
And he'd be the one that the chest kind of got away from in the end. He's part of that group.
He would be, and
Your drinks, ladies.
you actually saw Mavrinda having a conversation with him a few minutes ago, and he didn't seem to be pleased by that conversation.
I'm literally covering my drink right now.
I was gonna say you and Kristen did it at the same time.
Kirsten, I love you so much. I'm so glad.
Gotta be safe, you know? Gotta stay safe out here.
I would like everyone to give me a perception check real quick. Just want to check something out real quick.
9.
How do I get
Natural 20.
Wow.
That's an 8. That is an 8. I don't perceive shit.
Hold on, I'm still looking for how to get to. There we go.
I'm too busy trying to lift stuff now that I've joined the
I
Iron
got a-
Lifter Society.
30-20.
All right, who got more than 15? Raise your hand. All right, you notice that he can't stop, but he's just staring at Theris. Smitten, even.
I'm glad I didn't notice this because I would absolutely be calling his ass out.
So I'm gonna scamper up to the table. Hi.
Hello there.
Hi. So did you hear what happened earlier?
I did. I've been properly chastised. It shan't happen again. And
But it was so exciting.
oh, it was.
Did you see how I took care of business? That was drama it was improv at its best, right?
It truly was. Are you interested in joining our drama society?
Totally, yes.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. What sort of roles have you played?
Well, I have done a bit of community theater in Cormier. That's a place back home. I don't know where you're from. So I have mostly played cameos, and I've been in the pit orchestra, and I had to be an understudy for a tragic love story once, and I did get to play that role about 3 times throughout the run.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, welcome to the Drama Society, my dear.
Hey, thank you.
He tells you when they meet, and we can work that out later, but you are now a proud member of the Drama Society. Who haven't we finished up with?
Me.
Oh, I know where we're going next. If you recall, your resident agent...
Assistant?
Resident assistant? Yes.
I was one.
She is holed up with another Asian woman, and she beckons you on over and says, I think some of you might be interested in this. And she's beckoning you over to the table that is the Strixhaven Star. It is the campus newspaper.
Right?
Yeah. And
That sounds cool.
she introduces you to this woman, Mina Lee. And she says, Mina is one of the assistant editors at the Strixhaven Star, and I understand you're all very well educated. Is anyone interested in joining the campus newspaper?
Do you have a section that covers like sort of just like events and stuff? Like, you know how some newspapers it's like, here's the you know, the fun events, the fun parties that have happened around town recently. It's like an event photographer and like just...
She has a huge smile and she's like, oh, absolutely. We have a great social section.
I would love... So, revelry is a little bit in my blood, and by a little bit, I mean literally I worship gods that, and my whole society is about revelry. And so I think I'd be really good at it. And I did cover a lot of stuff back in the hometown that I remember the name of. And Also, I throw pretty good parties, and I'm really good. I actually am proficient in what I like to call vitamancy, which is when people are. It's like a chill out tent where like I just give them orange slices, and it's vitamin C, but I call it vitamancy because you got to look out for people and make sure that everyone's having a good time, even when they're not having a good time. They have as best a time they can. So I would love to do that. If you think I would be a good fit, I can also send you some writing samples because I actually am quite a lyricist back home.
If you can reduce everything you just said to writing, you'd be a perfect fit.
Done.
I like writing. I'll even write about the boring stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like, I don't know. The weather.
Okay, sure. I mean, we could always use copy editors. Yeah. What other things are you interested in?
Me?
Yeah.
Magic?
I think we could find something here for you to write about.
Okay.
She's chuckling at that point. If you're really
Do they have,
interested,
like, pamphlets?
they come out with, they have every week, they have the Strixhaven Bulletin, and it's a 5 or 10 page newspaper that is literally a student run newspaper that comes out every Friday. And she tells you all about it. What's a hit piece?
Nothing, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
If the opportunity arises, I'll explain.
You get the sense that she is Silver Quill through and through, but she falls on the Radiant side. We like everybody and we respect everyone and we want everyone to be equal and happy, not the Inkomancy side.
That sounds great. I don't know. It's just something I heard about, and I'm really interested in journalism, so I was just going to ask because I wasn't really sure myself. But if you don't know, then probably it's not a real thing anyway.
All right. Well, we'd love to have you. So thank you for volunteering. This will be wonderful.
As we're walking away from the table, I'm gonna look up a Pepsi and be like, "Oh my God, what if we discover like this huge conspiracy at the school and we write a piece about it and we get all the fame and glory from it?"
Hiccup, we're going to be such badass co-conspirators on this newspaper. We're going to break this case wide open. I don't know what the case is yet, but we're going to fucking crack it.
Find it and we're going to break it open and we're going to fuck shit up.
And we're going to use magic.
Yeah. So much magic.
As you're having this conversation, you look around and Theris has sort of wandered off somewhere. And you turn around and she is standing by the bookish-looking Minotaur who is reading a book in the weirdest, like, you don't even know what the runes could possibly be on the side of the book. Go ahead, Theris. Sorry.
So tell me, what is that book you are reading? I have traveled very far, and I love to hunt for scrolls and books.
Oh, he looks up at you and says, well, this is actually, have you ever heard of Slod?
Have I heard of Slod?
No, they're these weird-ass, like, magically created wizard. He goes on to explain, and this is a book about them written in a dead tongue in a world that doesn't exist anymore, yes. And he's being completely...
Doris's eyes are, like, open super wide, and she's like, that is fascinating.
Oh, well, how many languages do you speak? I speak 34.
Apparently not enough. I only speak, how many do I speak?
Like 4, but it's still more than
yeah.
most. And he says, well, that's a great start. Would you like to join our club? We steep ourselves in the languages of dead cultures. It's truly wonderful.
I would, but I have to ask, are there field trips?
He's wearing red and white. He's Lorehold. You can tell, obviously, he's like, oh, one of the best things is going to find libraries and ruins.
Libraries! Ruins! Where can I sign up?
He says, well, here's our first meeting, and come and talk to us, and might I recommend the College of Lorehold after your first year is done.
I will definitely consider it. Will I still have time for lifting?
I would assume so. That's really entirely up to you.
This really, wow, sir, I am so glad to have made your acquaintance. I cannot wait for our first meeting.
He smiles and nods, and you get this. You can pretty clearly tell he's never met anyone who is quite so exuberant about dead languages. And I believe, is that everyone's two extracurriculars? It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. There are only 3 places that you guys have indicated to me you wanted to work. So the job fair portion of our evening. Your friend, who has an unhealthy obsession with caffeine, is sitting behind one table, and the table is labeled the Fire Jolt Cafe. May I assume you are walking over and having a chat with her?
Yeah.
Sure.
course.
She greets you and
Does
says,
she
"Oh,
have,
thank you."
Does she have samples?
She is handing out caffeine cookies like you would not believe.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm like pocketing them.
And she thanks you very much for your help earlier in the day when you helped feed the folks. I know it was part of the scavenger hunt, but she looks pointedly at Pepsi and says, "You volunteered before you even knew it was part of the hunt, so I just wanted to say thank you."
Hey, that's what you do. When a friend needs help, you help them.
I appreciate that, and you know you've made some trust here, and you're certainly a new friend at the very least. Are any of you interested in working for me, either here in the cafe or over at the Fire Jolt? I could use some cooks and servers.
Oh, I can serve. Thanks.
Okay, great, awesome. That's really cool. Do you when can you start?
After this, I guess. I do we have plans? What are we doing?
Dinner.
Can you tell me more about these cookies?
She just hands you one and says, "Oh, they're great. They're caffeine cookies. I love them. I make them myself."
Tell me more about this caffeine cookie.
I think you should just try it. She looks at you and winks.
All right. Thars takes a bite.
They're basically coffee cookies.
That's delicious.
She says, "Thank you very much. I went through a lot of trouble making these. The recipe's mine. I'll happily share it, though. Do you want the recipe?"
I don't know how much cooking I'm gonna get done. But if I were to work here, could I maybe get a discount on these cookies?
Well, I mean, I tend to hand them out for free when you buy coffee.
Oh, even better.
Are you interested in working for me too?
If I remember correctly, this is
Yes,
where
you
I'm
are.
supposed to work.
Yes, we're gonna be co-workers.
We're gonna be, and we can lift on our lunch break.
Oh my god, we're gonna get so good at lifting and so good at serving. It's gonna be crazy.
Are there any heavy boxes you need moved around? Because Hiccup and I have that covered.
Hiccup with her little wiggly noodly arms is like, yeah, we got you covered.
She's just chuckling and say, I can't wait for your first day, and it will be in probably 2 or 3 days, and we'll make that we'll figure that out in a minute.
Excellent. Can I have another cookie before I go? These cookies
Of course
are
you can.
like nothing I've had before.
Culvert, I think you knocked
Yeah.
your thing out.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. All right, let's do these two, then we'll take our break.
Hold up. I lean into Muddy and I'm like, hey, see, all it takes is just saying, I think you should just try it, and then you got a customer. Can I be a customer? I feel like I could be a good, like, I don't know. I feel like we could broker a deal here, because I'm going to throw some fucking parties. Like, I don't know.
Of course. Of course.
What's the word that I'm trying to think of, Seth, when it's like, oh, Muddy, do you have like an affiliate marketing program that I could join?
Yes, but to join, you have to get 20 people to purchase something from you before I will give you a discount or a refund.
Use code
Easy
Pepsi at checkout.
peasy. Easy peasy, done and done. Love it.
my god,
I'm
you're
so
setting
glad
a
we're
pyramid
prepared.
scheme.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's just affiliate marketing.
MLMs.
All right. On that note, you make your way over to the other table, and it looks like Senzan and I believe Pepsi, right?
Yeah.
We're interested in working at the Bozen Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
There is a male owlin behind the table. I don't know how the artist did this, making an owlin look like James Dean, but they did. So there's your James
Wait.
Dean owlin, who is the assistant manager of the Bozen Tavern.
Like 20th century James Dean,
like-
the film
like-
star, or like my colleague.
Not your colleague.
I mean, I don't know.
No.
I don't see it. I just see a kind of smirking owl, which confuses me.
Well, he is very
Got the
earnest.
leather jacket.
Yeah. And he says, "Hey, you should anybody interested in working at the Bozen Tavern?
Yeah, look,
Come on.
hey,
Free drinks when your shift is over."
look
Free
at
drinks?
look at this. I point at Pepsi, and look, it's like salt and pepper. We can host at your front desk and draw customers in, right? Right?
I throw my arm around Senzan and I'm like, look, here's why you should hire us. We are cute. We are peppy and very, very charismatic. And also people like to party, and I know how to party. But I can also be responsible. And I look after people. So if someone drinks too much, I'm really good at swooping in and being like, hey buddy, how about not that anymore, and let's go have fun doing something that's not this. And they don't get mad. Like sometimes people get mad when you tell them not to party anymore. I'm really good at managing parties. I'm a satyr. You might have noticed my legs and my horns and my cute little tail. But I think I would be an excellent addition to your staff. And I know Senzan here is incredibly, incredibly adept at handling a crowd and being just very beautiful and commanding. So
And I'm good in a crisis apparently.
oh,
If
excellent in a
something
crisis.
happens.
As you're
handles the
talking
hell
and
out
having
of
this
it.
conversation, a very large half-orc man comes up behind Javi, who the owlin, and says, "I think they'll work out just fine, son." And he introduces himself as Tulk Tusktooth. He is the owner of the Bozen Tavern.
Hey, Mr. Tusktooth. I'm really glad that you believe in us. What should we know about the job? Like, what's the rate? What are the benefits? Yeah,
He tells
like
you, 2 gold pieces a night. You work, you get your 2 gold pieces, free drinks after your shift, no drinking on the job, and if anybody gets handsy, I expect you to chop it off.
The hands
Jesus.
are.
Yeah.
I would like you to not specify. I would frankly like this to be as vague as possible.
He looks at you and says, "It's that way on purpose."
I love it. Would it be possible to organize a deal where like maybe we host like once a month like special club nights, and maybe we get a portion of the door if we can get a lot of people in and buying drinks and hanging out?
Oh, absolutely. He says, I think your roommate," he looks at Aurora, "has already spoken to me about that." She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, we're playing next week." She smiles.
Brett, you're already landing us gigs. You're kicking ass, babe. Yeah, we are OnlyPans. We are a band that primarily plays pan flutes, but we do allow the whistle stick sometimes. Is it whistle stick? I'm gonna take a right on your whistle stick. I think it was whistle stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, we have a small following, but we hope to grow it. But yeah, maybe we can play and we can organize theme nights. Our girl Madit has some very excellent goods that perhaps can be, maybe she can have a merch table. We'll have our own merch table, but we'll make sure that like as long as we're bringing in a certain number of people, maybe we can get like portion of the door, portion of like smaller portion of drinks. Muddy is also a very entrepreneurial person, so maybe Muddy can help us negotiate this. This isn't a right now thing. I just want to I'm very enthusiastic, and I think we could do so much together.
He is
Yeah.
very taken by your enthusiasm, by all of your enthusiasm.
When she starts mentioning me, I'm like, yeah. So I am the manager of OnlyPans. So if you want to go, if you want to like hammer out the logistics of a reoccurring booking, just let me know. Here's my card, and then I burn it into his table again.
You got it. All right. I think we've got the last one, Maudit's job, and then we'll take our little break and actually get to the fun role play. So, Maudit, guess who's sitting behind the Campus Magical Labs table?
Oh
Your
my
friend
God.
Urzmiktok!
How is he in two places at once?
He's no longer over at the Horticulture Club. He is now, he looks up at you and says, you, did you want to work for the Campus Magical Labs?
Yeah. Do I get to learn stuff and take stuff home sometimes?
If it's required for your job, for the most part, it's cleaning up magical accidents.
Accidents. Huh. Yeah. I'll take it. Sounds good.
Great. You can start tomorrow. Show up. I guess the first set of experiments will be done by lunchtime. After class is fine.
Yeah. Will do. So like, is it primarily like an independent project, or is it like a group employment kind of thing?
Like I said, it's mostly cleaning up after the explosions and the implosions and other things of that nature. He's trying to not say, cleaning up exploded parts of things that were summoned incorrectly and whatnot. But that's what you glean from him.
Yep, and that just sounds like wonderful things to stick in my component pouch, so.
You got it. All right, let's take a little break and to feed and water ourselves, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Uno momento. Let me mute.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're gonna call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so we could add that to the name.
We will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead
right?
and clip that one, guys. And you send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Oh, there, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the Doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom da doom da doom. Doom da doom. Doom doom da doom. Doom da doom doom. Doomy doomy doomy. Doom doom doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen, let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Does a horse have a... Ooh, it's going for the...
deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse
I
has got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up and you see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe, you know, it's something even tastier. But then it sticks out its tongue and it, you know, pulls back, you know, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and you know, and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Oh my god.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
She had red whelps and skin was looking all grotesque and all that, and she let out a little bit of a mumbled roar, leveled the gun at everybody in the room there, and that was where we cut last week. So that was where we'll pick up the action now, unless there are any questions or anything else that the group would like to add.
I have a question.
Please ask away.
What is...
Let me turn your desktop audio back on. There we go. Talk to me, peeps.
Hi.
All right, we are back. We are back. Let me turn some music on. And you are on your way.
We can't hear.
I know, right? You're on your way either to the Fire Jolt, the Bow's End, or your tower room. So you decide where it is you want to go to just catch up with each other and learn a little bit more about each other.
Shit, I should have asked if I could get a group discount, like, if at the tavern. I guess maybe I should wait until after I've worked one shift. But I want to see if, like, maybe I can get, like, a little bit of a discount if... Okay, well, we'll workshop that. So I've still got my whiskey of the risky. If you guys want to just chill in our spot. But otherwise, I'm just gonna leave it up to y'all. I'm just gonna casually be playing my, like, casually strumming my acoustic lute.
Where
As opposed to your electric lute?
Yeah.
This is in the Biblioplex is where we were at with the extracurricular fair. Was that there?
Yep, here, I will go, let me flip over to the map scene for a second. And there is Strixhaven. So the party is in the Biblioplex right now. Over here on the right is Home Sweet Home. That's where the Loaves and Lard is. And the Fire Jolt Cafe is just a street over from where you are staying. So the Fire Jolt is down here. Oop, there's Home Sweet Home. The Fire Jolt is right here. The Archway Commons, where you came in, well, where most of you teleported in. And the Bow's End Tavern is a little bit to the east of the Biblioplex. So right now the party is here in the Biblioplex.
Where's Nana Toppins with regards to all of that?
Oh my god.
They said Nana Toppins was over somewhere behind the Bow's End. So if you want to go over to the somewhere over in here, you can let your nose lead you to Nana Toppins.
Like, is it Theros? I'm gonna remember the names eventually, but unless the names are displayed under our little video streams, I'm gonna be bad at it. So I apologize. Sometimes
You'll
I
get
just
there.
wait. Did you say you wanted a drink? Because me and Senzan just got hired at the tavern, so why don't we go like check it out and like hang, and then we can grab some. I hear they have a franchise of Nana Toppins here, which was like my go-to after every gig. Really, really great. I don't know if you all have had it. Have any of you all had Nana Toppins?
I've never heard of Nana Toppins.
Have any of you?
Nana Toppins.
Okay.
If I would it have been in Cormyr in like a city in Faerun?
Sure, you've heard of them, but unless it's up to you if you want to know of them or not.
I'm far away.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've heard they're really good. I've never had one though. Let's check them out.
Okay. I passed around the flask of risky whiskey. We all get a little snoot. We're going to Nana's.
So, just to be clear, Pepsi is indeed that chick at college who gets the group of friends together the first day at college, passes around the flask, and says, "Let's go out."
I'm a fucking satyr, Esquire. What do you want from me? I'm a satyr. My culture is revelry. What are you asking me? What do you expect? Like, are you trying to like party shame me? Because I'm a satyr, and that's incredibly culturally like insensitive. So if you could just like scale that back about 20%, that'd be solid. That'd be solid.
Yes, ma'am. Get
Yes,
your
she
fucking
is that
asses to
girl.
Nana Toppins.
She is that girl. Look, she's a cheerleader, but she's a cheerleader.
But I'm
I
a
don't know.
cheerleader, though.
Wait, are you on the cheer? Who else is on the cheer squad?
Just you.
Just
Oh.
you.
I got excited.
Sorry.
Hey,
All right,
maybe
you're
just
walking
go.
down the streets of Strixhaven on your way towards Nana Toppins. So you guys are in charge now. I'm here to narrate.
What do we see around us on the streets?
There are students excited about their first day on campus. There are all kinds of deliveries being made. It's the start of a new school year, so all the stationery shops, the magic shops, the ingredient shops that Maudit's just lingering and looking in, and there's this thrum in the air, this feeling that everybody's excited, and it's the start of a new school year, and everyone is going to be learning some amazing magic, and that's the aura. That's how you feel. That's how everybody seems to feel here.
Tharis is just enthralled by all of it.
I don't think Hiccup's seen buildings this big. Or this many buildings ever.
Aurora's kind of with you. She's sort of standing next to you in awe of some of the large buildings.
Hey
How about-
guys, don't look up. Don't look up. If you're looking up, then you're not paying attention to your pockets and your purses, and that's how you get pickpocketed. Just like keep your eyes on the price, keep your eyes ahead of you, and we can sit from the cafe and like we can marvel at it then. But just a little tip, especially if you're walking by yourself, just pretend like you're completely whelmed, not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, just whelmed as fuck.
Okay.
And that way you're less likely to be a target. Yeah.
Okay. I am whelmed. Okay. Hiccup just immediately like straight face looking forward, just like very aware of her surroundings now.
Hiccup, you're kicking ass.
I'm going to have very unpleasant words if anybody tries to pick my pocket.
Pepsi, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, fuck. All right, that is a 22. 19 plus 3.
All right, I'm gonna have to roll.
Oh, jeez. Why do you have to bully me like this, Esquire?
Oh, it's not. It's fun.
I'm teasing you. I love you.
25.
My favorite. Oh, fuck. Man. Okay, well.
No. It's okay.
I'm robbed.
The result of this is that Aurora says, "I think we're all right," and she hands you back your coin purse.
Aurora, you. I'm not mad. I'm just impressed. How? Would you teach me your tricks, ma'am?
Absolutely. It's all in the fingers, and she's literally she starts rubbing coin across her fingers, and she's like, "My mom taught me that."
Oh, okay, cool.
Your mom has many talents.
Yeah, Dad thought so too.
Oh. There's so much to unpack from that coin purse. Would you ever consider maybe like doing like an unofficial like pickpocket like group? Like maybe you teach us how? I would love to learn.
Yeah, sure, but maybe not in public.
No, we live in a dorm together.
No.
Never. Of course not. Aurora, we live in the same dorm room together. Maybe it's just like our crew here.
Sure. Yeah, no, I'll teach everybody. Yeah, it's fun. Because,
that would be awesome.
I never, ever want to be in a room that I can't get out of.
That sounds like a very good creed to live by. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll have a little something, a little special, spice to us that we can lend some intel to the rest of the group. Like, I don't know yet. I know that I don't know how to do what you just did. I don't want to assume that anybody doesn't know how to do any of the stuff that I know how to do, but if there is anything that I know how to do that you guys want me to teach you, I pledge to you right now, I'll learn ya.
Aurora, have you ever considered tomb raiding? Because that's somewhere where you really want to be able to get out.
Girl, you would look fire in an olive halter top and a tactical thigh holster.
Her eyes get very cold, and Tharis has not heard her say this, but everyone else has heard her say this. And she says, "No, dead should stay dead." And she clams up and just keeps walking.
So I was going to ask if she wanted to join the Dead Languages Society, but I think perhaps she wouldn't be interested.
Down with Latin. Dead languages should stay dead.
Dead should stay dead.
Where are you headed? Did you decide if you're going to Nana Toppin's, the Bow's End, or the Fire Jolt?
I think we're going to Nana Toppin's, and then we're going to get a drink.
Yeah, we're gonna get some takeout from Nana Toppin's and bring it over to the tavern. Shoot, do you think they have a policy where you're not allowed to bring outside food? I feel like
you can just eat it on the way there.
Yeah, but I feel like also having a policy that's saying you can't have Nana Toppin's in an establishment is just like a recipe for disaster. Like, do you want commercial success or do you want to be a dickbag?
You can't imagine that from meeting Javi and Tulk, you can't imagine that they'd have a problem with people bringing donuts into their bar.
They basically gave me blanket consent to chop off whatever extremities I find fit if someone gets handsy, so I'm gonna say that probably a little baggie of donuts probably isn't gonna like break their whole system.
I think you would be safe in that assumption.
I'm sure Maudit's gonna bring in worse things than baggies of donuts.
Or better.
Or better. All depends on how you look at it.
All right, well, you make your way to Nana Toppin's, and the smell you can smell from 2 or 3 streets over, it is delightful. It is all things sugary and doughy and fried and wonderful. You get there, and there is the obligatory line out the door, but it's moving very quickly, and people are chatting and drinking their Fire Jolt Express coffee. And you make your way in and buy yourself some Nana Toppins.
I'm playing my lute as we stand in line, just like gently and not like obnoxiously, but just as a little casual like background music. Does that give me an extra like little like donut or two?
If you'd like, absolutely. The folks here are not used to bards playing for them. They're used to people trying to impress them with magical tricks and whatnot. They're not used to people who are here because they're bards. So it's a departure, and they seem to be pleased about it.
Nana Toppins makes me so something that I don't know what rhymes with that. They're not all, most of them won't be hits, but you know what really is the shit is Nana Toppins. Thank you, darling. Yeah, then I just go off on like a solo because I know that like the words aren't there.
You got
I'd
it.
be better at singing if my brain was ringing with Nana Toppins.
Hiccup is vibing next to you.
Yeah, Aurora's starting to accompany you on her pan flute.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Anyone else want to join in? We can like.
My trombone is back at the.
Your bones
I don't
back
know
in the
if
room.
I have my bones back in the room.
Wait, is the whistle stick a trombone?
No, I brought a trombone.
I have the whistle stick.
Oh shit! See, I
I'm
keep
not really
confusing
sure
everyone with
how
everyone.
I use it because I have a beak.
Well, you must be an incredibly talented musician. In that case.
True.
I'm trying to figure out, like, is there a reeded instrument that would work with the beak? I don't know.
Maybe I just use my nose and blow into it.
Thank you for that mental image.
Oh my god. My girl's blowing the whistle stick because Nana Toppins is so damn sick. And we all just love Nana Toppins. Woo!
Woo!
Darth like taps on the arm of the person in front of her. Have you ever heard music like this before?
They turn around and they say, no, not really. Not here, but I like it.
That's generous as hell. You're incredibly kind.
You can see us play live with our band, Only Pans, at the Bows End Tavern.
We're the Only Pans.
We're here to tear shit up.
Hell yes.
Aurora looks down at you and says, do you know what that means? I've heard you use tear shit up and fuck. Do you know what that means?
No, but Pepsi said it, so I wanted to say it too.
My girl's saying these phrases, and I think she's nailing these phrases. Cause hell yeah, we're gonna tear shit up and fuck shit up. But we're here at Nana Toppins. You got it.
God.
Hiccup, I think you kicked ass, babe. You're fucking nailing it. Yes. Do you wanna call on my horns?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just stomping my boots to the rhythm.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got.
All right, the sun is starting
There
to
is some
set.
percussion.
The sun is starting to set. It's getting a little past dinner time, and you understand that you can get dinner either back at your flat. You can get dinner at the Fire Jolt or at the Bows End Tavern, or there is a cafeteria for first years in the Biblioplex basement. Nobody seems to recommend it.
I'm open to anything. Did you go to a private school?
I didn't go to any school.
I mean, this is also fascinating. I can't even decide where to go. You guys pick.
What? Wherever we settle, I want to know what your background is because there are a lot of very, like, utterly mundane things to fascinate you. And I want to know what you find mundane because they're probably, like, out of this hella fucking world. Like, your normal is probably mind-blowingly cool as hell. And I want to know your shit. So.
It seems awfully dull to me, but I just regale them with
by cafeteria, though.
Where I come from, I've never seen many of these things. All these people and these clubs, and it's all really amazing.
Well, we're near the tavern, right? Why don't we go there?
Yeah. Since then, let's cement our.
Let's check it out.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
You make your way a few streets over. Stop it. I knew you were gonna do that. And hanging outside is a large sign with obviously an arrow streaking across the sky and hitting the ground. There's a big arch, a golden arch, if you will. And you open the door, and that is what the interior of the Bow's End Tavern looks like. And
wow.
You are welcome inside. There is that half orc is behind the bar, tending the bar.
Are those cyborgs?
Those guys, I'm like do 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 do.
Hey guys, I'm having sound issues and I'm trying to fix them. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
So you are at the Bow's End, and Tulk behind the bar points at you, says hello, and invites you in. Says just yells, "First years, seat yourselves anywhere. I'll send a server over."
Can I roll something to figure out, like, I want to make such a good first impression. Is there a place that's like, you can caca this, but is there a place that like we could seat ourselves that's going to be like, oh, the first year chose to sit here, and like it's like literally any spare points I can gain with these fucking people.
Give me a perception
Suzanne.
check. Anyone who wants to.
Suzanne.
Your target is, let's say, 18. This is a hard one.
Fuck, I got a 12.
Boo.
Oh, beans.
It's not going to have terrible effects on game or anything. It's just since you brought it up.
It was just a thought. It's fine, man. I'm gonna look like
You're not
such a
going to embarrass
loser.
yourself. Don't worry. But
They're
you
gonna be like,
know,
oh, these losers.
Here, I'm gonna roll 6-sider. On a roll of 1, you fuck up. All right,
Okay.
You do not fuck up.
What if I got?
You don't sit in the seniors table.
Okay, that'd probably be weird anyway if we did.
Right.
Okay.
So you sit down, and the ambiance is very festive, and it seems like a very pleasant environment. Like, you've been in some taverns that are pretty unsavory to say the least, and this one, it's clean, it's well lit, and it doesn't stink.
That's a real umami. It's got a real umami flavor. This one. It's very savory.
So, eventually, about 2 or 3 minutes after you arrive, Javi comes over, the Owlin gentleman who is the assistant manager. He says, "Hey, welcome, new recruits," and he sort of makes a bad joke and asks, "What can I get you guys?"
Is there a menu? I don't know why I'm like. Never mind.
You look up above the bar, and there are 3 dishes: a vegetarian dish, a meat dish, a sandwich, and ale, wine, whatever you want to drink. They do not serve. Javi will make it very clear. Yeah, we don't do coffee, caffeine here, and Elenia doesn't do liquor. So nice deal, but okay. We do food and drink. She takes care of the caffeine.
This is an excellent time to ask you guys, do you have any dietary restrictions that I should keep in mind?
I don't really eat meat, but it's like I kind of just ate whatever I could get.
Oh, darling. I give you a little gentle, like, friendly pat. Okay, well, whatever you want, whatever you need, you're not struggling anymore. You got friends who will help you. So you pick what you want, and that's what you're gonna have, okay?
What kind of sandwich?
It's, let's say, roast beef and cheese. But they'll make you a cheese sandwich if you want one.
I want to try roast beef.
Is that the recipe that I heard that there was some Lord of Arby, and is that anything like the one that the Lord of Arby touts as his favorite?
You're not sure. Could be.
Can I roll? I don't need to roll.
You don't need to roll.
I made the joke. I don't need to draw it up. What do you recommend? What's the best on the menu?
Well, I mean, I don't eat meat, so I really like the stew. The stew's great. It's a lentil stew.
I'll have the stew. I don't want meat tonight.
Okay, so we've got the sandwich, the stew, and then there's 3 items, right? The sandwich, the stew, and the meat dish?
The sandwich, the stew, and the stew is basically the same beef that is sliced on the sandwich. So that with some potatoes and carrots.
And that's the vegetarian dish, is the same
No,
beef?
the vegetarian dish is the lentil stew.
Oh, okay, so there's a beef stew, a lentil stew, and a sandwich.
A roast beef dish. Caw.
Muddy! Sarah's order! I'm buying tonight.
I'm just gonna have a sandwich.
We'll get a spread. Muddy, what do you want, babe?
Lentil stew.
Alright. Lentil stew, sandwich, beef stew, and
Aurora just looks up and says, "I'll eat anything. Whatever you think, whatever the chef thinks is best. Talk seemed pretty cool, so I trust him."
I don't see an Aurora on our screen, so I keep forgetting that she's here. So let's just pretend that I asked her.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's just get 2 of each.
Family style. Chavi says, "Great, I'll bring it all out. I'll bring a whole bunch of plates and whatever." And, soon enough, he just comes trundling back out of the kitchen and just starts putting all kinds of savory food on the table for you. And he winks at you and says, "First one's on the house, courtesy of Talk. Can't wait to have you guys start here." And he puts down ales in front of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have mine in a bowl?
Sure, I'll get you a bowl. He comes back out of the kitchen with a big bowl. Says, "Here, I got a shallow one for you. I don't know, is that good?"
Yeah. Hiccup's gonna dump the ale in a bowl and then stick her beak in, and then tilt her head back to swallow. That's how birds drink.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna scooch it next to Sinzan and be like, okay, we should really just have a taste of everything, because we want to know, I want to know what to recommend to people. So what do you think? Let's weigh in on our opinions. And we don't have to do it out loud, but I just want to be closer friends with Sinzan.
You guys, by the way, everything is good. There's nothing here that was shoddily made or with bad ingredients. It's good stuff, and you realize that you could, without moral quandary, recommend everything here to people. So go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Yum.
Tasty.
It is good. She's devouring this. She's weirdly devouring the food, almost animalistically. Like she's super polished, but then when she got this stew, she's weirdly eating it really fast and aggressively. So it's kind of an odd contrast to how she just was.
And Aurora's eating very daintily. To make sure she doesn't cut her bottom lip with her fangs.
Aww. Is everyone enjoying their meal?
Yeah, this is really good. As Hiccup pecks at her sandwich.
Does she literally peck?
Yeah, just she pecks at it.
Oh my god!
Hey, do you want to? I think you might like the lentils, because the lentils are very peckable.
She's gonna.
Who's yeah, go ahead, sorry. What's
so
going on around us?
Aurora she says, "So I mean, I know we're all new here and I don't know you guys real well, but how did you find out about this place? How did you know to come here?"
I walked out of a bush and I was here, and I think they didn't know what to do with me, so they kind of just let me stay.
That's not a euphemism or anything? You really walked out of a tree or shrub?
Yeah. I was in the Feywild for a while. And I was walking around one day and I just walked out. I walked into a bush, and then I was here. I don't know. I don't know how that magic works. So I just was here.
Aurora, I totally thought it was Eve missing too. I totally thought the same thing. But I think she literally did just like wander out of a bush and then I don't.
So interesting. Wow. How about you, Pepsi? How did you come to be here?
Like I was playing a show back home and like it's not like we were like super big or famous or anything, but we just had like a really good couple of nights. And like this was the you know Pepsi Maxin, the OnlyFans or OnlyPans. Oh, that got too literal. Pepsi Maxin, the OnlyPans, back in my hometown of clear all, go away, fuck, my hometown.
I thought you said Mellitus, right? Melitis.
Was it Mellitus? Yeah, Mellitus. I was back in Mellitus, the town that I've lived in my whole life that I didn't just forget. And no, like I played a show. Like I wasn't the main the headliner, but I was like the opener right before the headliner. And the headliner they didn't do a great job. I think their lead singer was a little bit whacked out on some plant of some sort. So their set actually sucked. So even though we weren't the headliners, we really rocked the hell out of this whole residency. And I was just vibing. I didn't know that I was doing anything. But someone approached me on the last night of the residency and they were like, hey, so where did you learn how to do that magic? And I was like, what magic? I'm just playing my fucking instruments. And they were like, no, you're straight up doing magic. And I was like, okay, that's cute. Is this a scam or are you trying to are you a weird groupie or what's going on? They were like, no, I represent a school. And I was like, okay, is this role play? They were like, no, I represent a school and I want you to attend there. And I was like, okay, I need to talk to my parents about this because they probably won't approve. Because my parents are not really about the whole academic life. My parents are really about, my society is about revelry. And so I kind of had to make a case to my parents about look, yes, it's a school and yes, it's academic, but apparently schools like this are all about revelry and they don't tell you that. It just is true. And that's not on the it's not on the tin, but it's just understood. So I had to sell my parents on it and they were like, okay, well, you can go to school as long as you're carrying forth the spirit of revelry, then we support you. And it's I don't really need their support because I was pretty good in my band, but it doesn't hurt to have my parents' support because my parents are okay, which is why I can just I'll buy dinner. But that's kind of how I got here. I played a show and I guess I accidentally did magic. I didn't know I was doing magic. He said it was some kind of magic. I don't remember what he said. I was in my zone and I was vibing and the crowd was going wild and people were having a great time. And whatever this dude was talking about sounded really fucking boring, except then I ended up just coming here. So it's I don't know. It was cool. How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Uncle Franklin used to come every year to visit my mom, and last year he said that I should come here. So I'm here. I never heard about this place. He never mentioned it on any of his previous visits, but he said that they could teach me.
Was Uncle Franklin cool?
I can't really tell. He's not my real uncle, and mom's nice to him, but she's always she seems to get afraid when he comes to visit.
How do you feel when you're hanging out with Uncle Franklin?
I feel like he's looking at me like I might do something wrong.
How else does he look at you?
Like he looked at my dad.
He looks at you like he looked at your dad?
Yeah. He thinks I'm gonna be bad just because my dad was bad.
Does this have to do with the teeth?
Yeah, I feel like it's a team
Probably.
thing.
Probably. My dad
I should
wasn't a nice
teach you
guy.
some good moves in case he looks at you that way again.
Are
Okay,
you on the?
Am I on what?
Are you on the? I wasn't paying super attention. I was kind of on my. I guess I don't have a phone. I was on my something. Are you in the lifters club?
No, actually, I didn't really want to mention it earlier, but I really enjoy the horticulture club. I'm hoping that that Marit and I can really do some fun things.
Why is your uncle? Look, we're friends here. We're all wearing the trinkets you gave us. You're one. Like, we're all a team now. We're all here. Like, what's the deal? Like, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not afraid of you. If there's something that your uncle's afraid of, I'm not afraid of you. I'm gonna give you the absolute most fair shake. But what's going on? Just open up to us.
With a great deal of trepidation, she, holds your hand, if you're willing, and she says, "Look, I don't tell a lot of people this, but my mom and dad, my dad wasn't strictly mortal, and he killed a lot of people, and he came back, and he killed a lot more people, and Uncle Franklin comes every year to make sure the crypt is still sealed." And I think he's afraid I'm going to be like my dad.
Is that why you're so gung-ho about the Duchess stay dead?
Yes. And my particular affliction has to deal with dreams. Promise me you'll all wear those necklaces when you sleep, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can you? Yes, I
Or
promise.
what will happen?
But yeah, like, can you just sort of unpack this for us? Because like, it's so sweet of you to give us necklaces, but can you give us a sense of like?
So sometimes when I'm asleep, I kind of do what my dad did, and I feed on things, but it only happens in dreams. And I don't do it on purpose. And you just have to make sure you wear those necklaces when you sleep, okay?
Do you know if there's a range to this? Like, is it just within the dorm room? Should we maybe do a little looking out?
No, as long as it's people within a very short distance of me. My mom always wears her necklace. Uncle Franklin wears his when he visits. I think you'll be fine. And I'm sure Locke and Braum will be fine. But just please, for me, okay?
Yeah. I pledge to wear it. How sure are you that Locke and Braum will be fine?
I mean, unless they're sleeping within 5 or 10 feet of me, they should be fine.
Okay. Thank you for being vulnerable with us.
She smiles and holds your hand tighter and takes a big drink of her ale.
Is that why you came to this school, to try to control that?
Yes. Uncle Franklin says I should do it with potions, and that's one of the reasons I'm in the horticulture club and why I'm going to join Witherbloom.
Well, we are friends, so if there's anything we can do to help you achieve your dreams, we are here for you.
Except for those dreams that are the not good dreams.
Yeah, except for those ones.
She sort of laughs and says, so I mean, okay, so enough about me. What about the rest of you? What about you? And she points at Tharis. Wow, horns and ocean voyages. I've never been on the open sea. I think that would be awesome.
I have spent a chunk of my life on the sea, traveling by foot, because you see, my parents, they like to stay put. They like to stay where they are, and I like my freedom. And on my travels, I came to hear of this place, Strixhaven, where there were fascinating things and magical things and wondrous things and books and all kinds of everything that anybody could ever want to learn. And so I just had to get here. And so I boarded a ship. But then we hit a storm, and then I was suddenly with all of you. And
do you know what happened to the ship?
With seawater. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. Well, we should check that out. That would be fun.
But there was a lovely crew. I do hope that they made it.
That would be an adventure.
I love adventures.
Yeah, I think I'd be concerned about them.
Yeah, like, that sounds...
If we could find them, I would like to make sure that they made it. I don't understand how I would have gotten from the water in a storm to here, but it's where I was going, and now I'm here.
You seem very unconcerned, so it seems like you feel pretty invested in the idea that they're probably fine. Is that... Do you really feel like... Do you need... But I guess I'm just asking, like... Are you really cool, or are you... Like, you can be real with us. Like, are you concerned? Or do you really think that it's cool?
I am concerned, but they are quite a hardy bunch. And I think they would be okay. We've certainly been through worse things than storms.
I guess my next question is just like... Man, I don't know, like what kind of music did you guys have if you never had like a jam band?
Music was all this music is very new and different, and I would love to learn some of it.
Oh girl, I got you.
I mean, you mentioned something about pan flutes. I have a pan flute.
Are you proficient in your pan flute?
I have no idea. I assume
yes, you
I'm
are.
like.
That's why you have it. That's why it's on your character sheet.
Bust out. You know what? Let's go around the table first. But once we're done going around the table, I would love to just have a little jam session. Anyone else want to volunteer?
For what?
Tell us your story.
Yeah, the whole story.
Oh, well.
Then you're awfully quiet. I want to know more about you.
My dad is in the military, and my mom is a priestess.
A priestess?
Mm-hmm.
What god?
Of the... Oh, boy. Of the god Ilmater. Has anyone heard of him?
I have never heard of this Ilmater, Ilmaker.
Ilmater works too.
I've heard of Ilmater, but I feel like it was just a story that was like passed down tangentially about like some dragonborn and like this whole like team of adventurers, and like I only really know about it through like this story about how like this dragon. It was always a sort of like will they one day with like some dragonborn and this like half elf. And, like, we loved singing songs about it because it was very singable.
Interesting. Yeah, my mom is from a far-off, very dry, deserty place in the south, and my dad was more from the north, and they...
So this is a dry, deserty god?
No, not necessarily.
He sounds a little dry.
Well, he's pretty serious. My mom is very pious. She has a very difficult past. I don't really want to go into it now, but my people there's a lot of sort of, there's slavery and there's wars, and we're very disparate people. And but now, I feel like my mom and my dad really kind of were able to make something of themselves, and he sort of rescued her from
Illmaker.
No, not from him. I mean, he was her salvation, I think, in hard times. She was able to spread the good word to others who were downtrodden, and it was really important. It's really hard to explain. It's all these Faerunian.
Well, this is very hard to understand as well.
But Senzan, what about you?
So I'm very different from my parents. I mean, they're pretty disciplined and focused, and I really just like the arts. I picked up instruments, and I like to play different instruments, and I like to go to art galleries, and I like to walk around town and just absorb beautiful colors and sunsets, and I want to paint, and I just want to do everything and see everything, and
Yeah, but Aurora pipes up and says, "Yeah, but man, don't piss her off. Like, what happened with that? Something weird happened to you."
Well, yeah, your skin lit up, and then you made the magic, and then you blew the mimic up.
Yeah, I don't know. If I get angry, I sort of black out. And I don't really know sometimes what happens. Yeah, something comes over me.
Is there anything that we can do to help de-escalate if that happens, just to make sure that you're doing okay?
De-escalate.
Do you need some orange slices, or do you need a chill out tent?
Orange slice sounds great.
Has anyone ever tried don't take this the wrong way, but smacking you across the face when this happens?
What is the right way to take that? What exactly is the right way to take that?
No, just is there a way to snap her out of it?
I wouldn't. No one has ever slapped me.
Sounds not super advisable and not the best approach. I don't mean to criticize. I'm not here to be critical. I'm just saying that if someone is in a bad space, I've been I from where I'm from, revelry is kind of our thing. And so slapping someone when they're in the bad space isn't generally we try not to use physical abuse. We try to use positive reinforcement and a little. The vitamancy, it's gonna get old. I know it is, but straight up, some orange slices, some water, some calm music, a chill space where you can just lay down and rest. That's my approach. My approach has never been violence, but my approach has always worked. So I'm gonna advise that maybe we don't assault our roommates. I mean, that's just my thought.
I'm hoping that there's, things at this school where that sort of passion and energy has an outlet,
Well, Senzan, I love beautiful, fascinating things. And if you ever want to go on a walk and look at all the beautiful and fascinating things, I am more than happy to accompany you.
Oh, thank you. Sounds good.
And I won't smack you if you start
smacking. Yeah, no smacking.
Aurora turns to Maudit and asks Maudit about her story, but if Clover B is exhausted and too tired, we can do that some other time.
Is Clover B with us?
Yeah. I'm just not looking at the Skype. All right, well, why don't we call it a night, because it's 20 after 10. And we'll pick up in 2 weeks, so we're not on next week or the week after. I am out of town for both of those. I apologize. 2 weeks off, and then we'll be back. So let us move on to our lovely confessionals. Do I have a volunteer for first?
Okay.
All right, cool. Let me go to... Confessional for Pepsi. How is Pepsi feeling about tonight, about learning more about her friends and her extracurriculars and her on-campus job?
Pepsi basically was really worried that she wouldn't get on the cheer squad, and Pepsi basically walked up and was immediately accepted. So Pepsi feels immediately relieved and really good. Pepsi is super psyched about being on the Strixhaven Star, the school newspaper.
It is.
But Pepsi wants to do a little bit more like real journalism, because while Pepsi is a partier and a party girl and a cheerleader, Pepsi also wants Pepsi follows a fertility goddess, which means that Pepsi wants to maintain balance and wants to strive for the good things in life. There are not a lot of gods available to Pepsi that are not fucking psychopaths. So Pepsi kind of chose the one that is the least fucking insane. But because of Pepsi's upbringing, she wants to strive to speak truth to power, even though that might not seem like what Pepsi's all about on the surface. She's a party girl, she's a cheerleader, she likes to sing really bad songs a lot of the time. Pepsi actually really gives a shit about making sure that everyone around her is comfortable and safe and happy, and making sure that she is bringing equilibrium to the communities around her, which is why she really wants to check in with people and wants to make sure that people are having a voice and all those things. So Pepsi feels good about her extracurriculars. She's psyched about her job at the tavern. She wants to, not just be a good employee, but she wants to bring a little extra to the job. She's very excited about her roommates, especially her new roommate, who's very confusing, but very intriguing. And she wants to get closer with all of her roommates. And I guess, obviously, she wants to party and rock out. But yeah, I would say Pepsi at this point is with Tharas. Yes, sorry, I'll get better. She's fascinated because all these very mundane things are fascinating to you, but Pepsi wants to know what is absolutely mundane to you that is gonna blow us the hell out of the water. Carrying forward two analogies at once. And Pepsi wants to get a little closer with Sunzan. And Pepsi loves Hiccup.
Hey, welcome on in, Raiders, in the middle of our confessionals.
Welcome. I don't know. I think Pepsi's just having a good time. Pepsi is really enjoying getting to know her roommates. Aurora is becoming more and more ingratiated. She was a little put off by Aurora's weird magical trinkets that she passed around, but now that Aurora has sort of made herself vulnerable to the point where she's not disclosing everything, but she is expressing that I gave you these things because I frankly think you need these things. I'm okay, I'm gonna wear the fuck out of this thing, but also I want to be here. Pepsi is already, she doesn't even know it yet, she's geared to be an RA.
Yep. All right, cool.
Let's Pepsi.
Excellent. Let's go to Hiccup next. Hiccup, how is Hiccup feeling about her second half of the first day on campus with her roommates and her extracurriculars?
I am just so excited. I'm so excited to lift heavy things and be strong and bond with Theris, who is our new friend who fell from a ceiling. That was weird, but a really cool introduction and an entrance. She certainly made an impression. And I'm also excited to expose the deep, dark underseed of Strixhaven with my friend Pepsi. We have to find the underbelly first. We have to find the conspiracies. But we're gonna do it. We're definitely gonna do it. And then I got a job. I have a job now. I didn't even have to fill out an application or anything. That seems a little weird. That's maybe suspicious. I don't know. And yeah, I'm super excited to start classes and start learning and hanging out with my friends. And I have friends now. I have a lot of friends now. That's so weird. I went from having 0 friends to like 6. Wow.
Awesome. Senzan or Theris, who wants to go next?
It doesn't matter.
Theris it is.
All right. So, wow, I made it to Strixhaven after all of the travels and the storm, and how I got there is still a little bit of a mystery, but everything is so fascinating. The food and the people and the campus and the activities, and I just want to talk to everyone and learn about everything, but I'm very excited about the Dead Languages Society, and I can't wait till our first field trip, and I hope we raid some really good tombs and get some really good scrolls and some books, and I should probably check out the library because I bet there's some good stuff in there. But my roommates seem like decent enough people. You know, some of them are a little they seem a little reserved, they seem a little odd, but you know, they're fascinating nonetheless, and I'm excited to learn more about them. And I got a job at the place with the cookies that were amazing. I'd never had anything like that before. So things are looking really good, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I'm going to be searching for some artifacts, and I'm going to be lifting some weights, and hopefully not talking much more about all these weird gods and things, because I don't think these people know what they're talking about sometimes. But I am just very excited for all of it.
Excellent.
All of it.
All right. Senzan confessional. How's Senzan feeling?
Senzan does not do heart-to-hearts well. She's feeling a little triggered right now. So little do the others know, but there's some stuff in her past, and it's like, hey, what if I slap you? So she's like, oh God. And that kind of was triggering for her. Plus, so Senzan is she's voyeuristic, she's an illusionist, she likes to be a part of things, but kind of behind a mirror. She's the swell of energy, she's not the pause. Not to say that she's not introspective, because she is, but she doesn't like to share that with other people. This is going to be hard for her. So tonight, when everybody was just staring at her and she's trying to eat her food and just sort of listen to everybody else's story, like, hey, you're quiet, let's hear from you. That was really, really hard for her. So this is going to be interesting to take her on a character development journey of that, because she's sort of been able to, she's of money now, and she's been able to kind of go around the city and do what she wants and come and go as she pleases and not have to stick around if things were uncomfortable. So this is going to be interesting to watch her character development, and if she can restrain her temper as things get more and more real and serious over time, or if she can maintain kind of this comfortable distance and her sort of illusionistic tendencies to sort of stay behind a facade.
I love it. Perfect. All right.
Oh my god, I know you're talking about a character, but I could not help but feel like, oh my god, should I apologize to Senzan and just make sure that, like, I'm so sorry that we made you feel uncomfortable. I hope, like, if there's anything you can do to make you feel more comfortable, like, my brain is sick.
Oh my god. No,
But
that's
I'm just like,
awesome. That's
God,
roleplay, man.
I'm
That's
so
great.
sorry.
Yep.
Roleplay is supposed to be uncomfortable a lot of the time.
It was interesting to watch the look on everybody's face when Star Cells was like, her character was like, has anybody tried slapping her? I'm like,
That was
"Oh,
awesome.
all right.
She's like, excuse me.
And I guess I should add, I learned that it's not apparently acceptable to slap somebody if they're like freaking out a little bit.
No, but I like it because you're from a totally different culture and like these badass demon people. Like you might just go up to someone like, shh, you know, slap them, like just cut it out, and that's I love
Knock that off.
All right, you know what? It is
Yeah.
canon now that Infernal is Klingon. So
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, just I love. This is not Pepsi. This is just I really love how we really truly are representing the fact that like this is an intersection of so many different planar realms and so many different like cultures, and we're all here together, but we're all like trying to make it work. We're not trying to like, you know, like steamroll each other with like, well, from where I'm from, we do it this way. It's like,
Yeah, you have to assimilate to my culture.
yes.
it's very much a liberal arts school.
I mean, it was designed that way. That this module, this whole setting was designed to be, you know, intersectional, cross-cultural. They make a very blatant point in the writing of the module and the setting to say it is disabled accessible. Every place on campus has magical stairs. Like it is intentionally designed to have people who are very disparate come together. So that's one of the things I like about it. Anyway, I know we're all tired. Anybody want to promo anything? I will go first. Coven MTG, we stream Magic on Thursdays and Sundays. We have this stream every Monday night, but not for the next 2 weeks because I will be away filming my other project, Igniting the Spark, the Story of Magic the Gathering. That will be released at Gen Con this summer, which is pretty freaking cool. So that's that. I will go around. Is there an OnlyPans site we should look at?
Yes, OnlyPans or OnlyFans as they call it in this planar realm. .com/ELA darling. My profile is completely free at this point. You can just subscribe. It doesn't cost you $1, but you could be a real bro and pay for some content or tip here and there. I do some cool stuff. There's some stuff that I'm not gonna be explicit about it, but there is some stuff that I've posted that you cannot really find much of me on the internet doing, especially like since 2016, because I'm just not that fucking straight. So if you want to see, you can imagine, but go check out my profile. If that's your flavor.
Cool. I'm gonna call out Myriad X. Our commission's open.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I do art. I do a lot of character art. So if you guys want to have some character art done, go check out my Twitter so you can see examples. And you could like DM me or email me. My email should be listed on my Twitter.
Cool. All right. Anybody want to add? Good.
I just want to add. I want to commission you.
Okay.
Remind me to show you all the ones she's done of mine and Kelly's characters together. They're awesome. So, all right. Let us call it, and we will see everyone 2 weeks tonight. So we're off. Sorry, 3 weeks tonight, right? 1, 2, yeah, 3 weeks tonight.
3 weeks.
I know. What are we gonna do, right?
We're gonna forget everything. That's what we're gonna do.
I know. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of clips and be like, "Here, look at these."
Yes, please.
All right, everybody, wave goodbye, and we'll be off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Let me mute you.